What's up, everybody? Heck, Kelly, Art Driscoll. How are you? How you feeling?
Feeling great, actually. Things didn't go the way that I wanted, but I think I had a really good fight. It was very entertaining. The crowd enjoyed it. I had a great time. And we're back to the drawing board and about to go back out there and do it again.
Art, what's your background? Did you do MMA prior to BKFC or boxing? Where does this come from?
My father trained me kickboxing growing up. I've always been an athlete, All-American in track. I turned pro in Spartan racing, mountain bike racing. I do mining for a living, so I do a lot of dangerous things, and I'm very active. And BKFC, when I first saw it, I said, this is me, this is raw. And I went to the tryouts and made it happen.
Your stance is a little bit, and obviously you're coming from a boxing channel, and I'm used to interviewing boxers and so forth. I just interviewed Ronnie. Ronnie said he took 14 years away after he used to practice karate.
Oh, wow.
And so his stance, obviously the wide leg stance and so forth, and it made sense. You have the hands real close to you, you have them just a little bit above your waist, and it's almost more of a square stance, and that's what I was alluding to. Where does this background come from?
Well,
seems like it's just natural.
You know, sometimes when we're out there and things are happening, my stance should have been less square. But that's some of the things that I need to do for my next fight and train for. So,
how many fights ideally do you like to get every single calendar year? What's the ideal versus what actually comes out?
I think 3 fights is perfect. I mean, it allows you to train, go to the drawing board, it allows you to heal, and get your coaches ready and to do a camp. You know. So,
this is your third fight with BKFC?
This is my third fight with BKFC. I took about over 2 years off because I build tunnels for a living and mining, and I had to go back to work for a little while. But now I'm back and I'm ready to fight whoever, whenever.
Give me an idea of the time spread between the 3 fights. What was the split like? Like your first fight, then you took how many?
First
months?
fight, and then I had the second fight a year later. And
year later.
And then this third fight was almost 3 years later, again, because I was underground mining. So
you're based out of where?
I'm from New York. Right now, I'm fighting out of Hudson, Florida, and I'm living in Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay. Wow, you're all over the place.
And this fight, actually, I went out. It means a lot to me. I'm fighting for all the men who work in construction, the men who give up their time from their families, the men who work away from home. This fight was for you, and I hope you enjoyed it.
And I definitely enjoyed it. Now, I was mentioning to Ryan Peterson a little bit earlier if he's heard, because almost all of you guys have day jobs or other trades that you're involved in, and you have to split that time plus family and then training in there.
Facts.
And I was mentioning to him, I don't know if you're familiar with Joe Smith, if you ever heard of Joe Smith, a light heavyweight boxer.
A little bit, yeah.
He used to do construction, and he became so famous because he's like, I don't have time for full training. I got to feed my family. And he wouldn't get the big sponsorships, and then he goes on to knock out Bernard Hopkins.
Well,
and then he just shot.
That's going to be me because that's what I do. I gave a little bit of time up from the tunnels for this fight. This is the first time that I actually had a camp to go train for a fight. So I'm going to actually be going back to the tunnels, but I will be back, going to camp and coming back stronger than ever.
When can we expect it? Maybe April, May-ish, or sooner?
I hope to fight back here in California. I think this is a great venue. It's an amazing casino. So hopefully August or whenever, wherever I will fight.
The sooner the better.
Sooner the better.
Good. Yeah, and you have so much momentum going for you. I mean, it went all the way to a decision. So if it goes that way, it's out of your hands, right? And then obviously you want to put it into your hands.
Next time, it won't happen that way. But like I said, learn from the mistakes. There's never a loss. There's only a learning experience.
Last but not least, where does this nickname, the Berserker, come from? What's the inspiration behind that? Just the look, or is there more to it?
There's more to it. Berserkers are Vikings that fight in the front lines, and they're just crazy. And that's me. I do things dangerous. I mean, I've been in jobs where people have died. I've rescued guys. I do what's dangerous, and I like what's dangerous. It gives you the adrenaline. I like to fight. There's no more adrenaline than this, especially with BKFC. This is raw. This is a real sport. This is how fighting's supposed to be.
Yeah,
you know.
Definitely.
So,
Art, I know you want to rest.
Yes, and I want to give a shout out to one of my sponsors, New Vita Solutions. They specialize in supplements and whey proteins that do not have artificial sweeteners. You can check them out at newvitafit.com.
Perfect. That's a great shout out, New Vita Solutions. I'll find you on Instagram. I'll send you a copy of this interview if you like.
Yes.
And a shout out to your fans.
Follow me at the Berserker BKFC. If you're a man or a woman that's working away from home and you're going through something, please DM me. We can talk about it because I've been there, and we can get through it together.
You just made yourself a whole new fan base, boxing fan base now.
Yes.
Art Driscoll, everybody, the Berserker.
Thank you, guys. I love you all.
Night.